talk about the Ruben Gallego, your opponent, is an open borders zealot. This guy loves open borders. He couldn't care less about Border Patrol. Talk about that, Kari.
Absolutely. I mean, he's basically Kamala Harris with a beard. And what we're seeing is he's voted 100% of the time for those disastrous policies that Bill Clinton just talked about. He's voted to have the wide open border. That's the reason people are coming in unvetted. He wants to give these people the ability to vote, give them all asylum. And he's also voted to take our federal dollars and put them into supporting sanctuary cities. This is a guy who, you know, the only piece of immigration law that he wanted to pass was one banning the use of the term illegal alien. That's his priority. Ban the use of the term illegal alien. How about ban people pouring across illegally? And this is the kind of guy he is. All of his votes have led to this inflation that has made Arizona unaffordable, that's made Arizona less safe. He actually pushed and co-sponsored the George Floyd legislation, which would have defunded the police nationwide. And he wanted to push that through by ending the filibuster to push through defunding the police nationwide. Now, of course, with Soros money and a bunch of leftist billionaires behind him, he's putting on $100 million blitz, an extreme makeover, trying to act like a centrist or a moderate, when in fact he's further to the left than AOC and the Squad, if you can imagine that. He's further to the left. This guy is radical. You know, he's got family members who are convicted Mexican drug traffickers. And maybe that's why the border's wide open. Maybe that's why he's voting to keep the border open. Who knows? Not to mention he's got a very questionable character in his past. He was accused of harassment by people, women at almost every job he's ever been in, basically from when he worked at the city council, a harassment charge against him. When he was at the legislature, sexual harassment. We know, sadly, that he walked out on his wife, serving her divorce papers a few days before Christmas when she was 9 months pregnant, making her go through the birth of the child all alone. This is the kind of man he is. And now a judge has ordered him to release his sealed divorce records, and he's spent nearly $1 million fighting that. The people of Arizona have the right to know who they're voting for. What's in those records that is so damning that he's putting about $1 million in to try to prevent them from being released? My life has been an open book. The people of this state know me. I've been in your homes for 30 years now, and there's nothing out there that you don't know about me, but we don't know a lot about Ruben Gallego. And we know that when he was working in the private sector for a very, very short period of time, the first job he was found, they were investigated for fraud, for defrauding Latino immigrants out of their life savings. And the second job at an ambulance company, they were under federal investigation for defrauding Medicare. This guy's track record is terrible, and he would be an absolute disgrace to the state of Arizona. Besides that, his 10-year voting record says it all. The reason we're in the situation we are is because of him. Voting against President Trump to put up the border wall, which Ruben Gallego called dumb and stupid. And sadly, Charlie, I'll leave it at this. He referred to people who vote for Trump as dumb and the worst people in the world. If he thinks that more than half of the state are the worst, comprised of the worst people in the world, how in the heck can he represent us? I don't want someone who hates us representing us. I love all Arizonans, even those who don't vote for me. I love you, and I want to put forth policy that will make life better for all of us here in Arizona.
Let's play a piece of tape here. Let's go to cut 36, please.
Okay, is that a change from your previous position? You dismissed the wall in the past, haven't you?
I've dismissed the idea that we need one massive border wall that goes from the San Diego all the way to McAllen, Texas, or Laredo, Texas, because number one, it's not feasible.
Just 6 months into this administration, it's already abundantly clear that Mexico won't pay for Trump's stupid, dumb border wall. At the end of the day, we're going to both bring border security money to the fold and fund government. Now, what we're not going to do is support a irresponsible use of money for a border wall that is not needed.
You know, the wall is a barrier between a border culture that's been going on for, more than 300 years now. And it's an insult to, a friendship that has been going strong through thick and thin now for, more than 150 years.
Kari Lake, 1 minute remaining.
Unbelievable. This man is unserious, calling it a stupid, dumb border wall. We've been to the border. I think you've been to the border many times, Charlie. You see where the wall is there. People aren't pouring across. Where we have gaps, they are pouring across. Right now, we've been invaded in many cases by foreign fighting military-age men. This is outrageous. And with his ties and his family ties to the Mexican cartels who are trafficking drugs, trafficking humans, and sex trafficking children, I understand now why he's voting the way he is. This man is dangerous to Arizona, would be a danger to the United States. We must make sure he is not elected for the U.S. Senate. Get out and vote early, and then get involved in helping getting your neighbors to vote. We can win this if we swamp the vote.
Vote early, everybody. Kari Lake voted early. I will vote as soon as my ballot arrives. So I'm waiting for it. So as soon as the ballot arrives, I'm going to do it.